Tonight on the streets of San Francisco, more than 100 protesters demanding a ceasefire in Gaza just as President Biden kicks off a two-day campaign trip right here in the Bay Area. Tonight, mixed reaction to the president's visit.
I'm very excited. He's done a really excellent job policy-wise.
You are not welcome in the city of San Francisco as long as you fail to call for a ceasefire.
President Biden traveling to the Bay Area to raise some last-minute money less than 2 weeks away from Super Tuesday. Good evening, everyone. I'm Mike Meebeck.
And I'm Julie Hayner. The president touched down at SFO this afternoon and hit the ground running. KTVU's Jana Katsuyama joins us now. She's in the city after speaking with people hoping to help get the president re-elected. Jana.
Julie and Mike, the president arrived here at the Fairmont Hotel in Uphill around 7 o'clock after hitting 2 fundraisers right here in the city over in Pacific Heights. He was greeted both by supporters who want to see him win any potential matchup against former President Trump in November, but also with those protesters who are very upset by his handling of the Gaza war. President Biden arrived in San Francisco on his campaign fundraising trip Wednesday afternoon, greeted by Speaker Emerita Nancy Pelosi and Congressman Kevin Mullen.
It was an honor to be on the tarmac and welcome him to my district. It was great to see him, and I just thanked him for standing up for democracy at home and abroad.
The president first stopped in San Francisco's Pacific Heights neighborhood. Secret Service and canine units swept the perimeter where President Biden attended high-ticket fundraisers at private homes. Guests lined up in cars for security checks, many excited to see the president. One woman, a fan of Bernie Sanders, said she is throwing her support this year behind Biden.
I'm very excited. He's done a really excellent job policy-wise. The economy is recovering really well. Jobs are back, inflation is down. I think he's been navigating a very difficult time.
Former Governor Jerry Brown was among the guests arriving for the event. During Biden's speech, the president touched on a range of topics, including Russian President Putin and climate change, saying, quote, "We have a crazy SOB like that guy Putin and others, and we always have to worry about nuclear conflict. But the existential threat to humanity is climate." Around 5:20 p.m., the motorcade moved blocks away to the house of Gordon Getty, who hosted a small dinner for about 40 people, including Pelosi.
He's a remarkable president, and I think he deserves another term.
The fundraiser's co-chair, George Marcus, said he's excited to help the campaign.
If they look at the facts are he's done a remarkable job in every aspect.
At a nearby park, protesters gathered, upset with Biden's handling of the Gaza war.
We need Joe Biden to call for a ceasefire immediately, and we need him to condition aid and stop selling arms to Israel.
Not listening to our voices for over 130 days, I absolutely will not be voting for Biden.
We did see the president's motorcade leave around 6:40 to go to the hotel, and the protesters marched down just a few blocks from where the second fundraiser was, but they never saw the president. They said that they are going to continue these protests until they get that ceasefire. Now, President Biden is going to be staying here overnight, and then he has one more stop in the Bay Area for another fundraiser in Los Altos Hills before he returns back to Washington, D.C. tomorrow.
All right, a busy schedule for the president. Jana Katsuyama in the city tonight. Jana, thank you.